Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second September installment of the Coaching Seat TV with Toyinda Lachey, where we're all about sitting in our seat of authority so that the kingdom community can be infused with the power to dominate confidence, unleash potential, and leave a legacy. Now, this is accomplished through extracting distractions, limiting beliefs, and interferences. I am so excited to be here today with my guest, Coach Yvonne Young. Last week, I talked about mental health coaching and being a mental health professional. We also know that mental health coaches are not therapists, but that mental health coaches draw on principles of and practices for evidence-based therapies. And one such evidence-based therapy is cognitive behavioral therapy. And so, as a mental health coach, our coaches challenge with questions things that are related to unhealthy paradigms. And we know that unhealthy paradigms are deeply seated belief systems that cause us to have thinking errors. It causes us not to really reach the goals that we want to meet. And in this installment, we have Coach Yvonne Young. She's a mental health professional. She's the founder of Creative Life Journeys LLC. Wanted to make sure I got that proper. She is the moderator of the Facebook group Mindful Moments. These are mindful empowerment moments for women. She's a podcaster and has an upcoming YouTube program called Coach Von's Coaching Couch. So, Coach Yvonne, thank you so much for joining me in the studio today.
Well, thank you for having me. It's definitely a pleasure.
Wonderful, wonderful. I want to get right into it. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Who is Coach Yvonne Young?
Wow, that's a question. Can I share it here first?
Please.
I think I have a book in me that's gonna come out, and the title's gonna be "Who Am I? The Untold Story."
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Where are you gonna go inside of that?
Just talking about me, who
Yeah.
am I?
Yeah.
I can remember when I delivered my Toastmasters introduction, I had to tell who I was. So I am Yvonne L. Young.
Yes.
Born and raised in Corning, New York. I'm
Yes.
the eldest daughter of Josephine Jack and Paris Young. I have two sisters
Okay.
with my parents, and my father has two older children, and I have a younger brother and a younger sister. I am the mother of four boys. Yeah, I'm a boy mom.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
They're
Wow.
all adults. Joseph, Jimmy, Jordan, and Jared. Stuck with the J theme. And I am also, I don't look it, but I am the nana to 18.5 grandchildren, and I've got four bonus.
18.5 with 4 bonus. Wow.
The point five is the COVID-19 baby.
Yes. Oh, I love this. I love this. Well, tell me a little bit about what you do as a mental health professional.
As a mental health professional, I am the children, adolescents, and family therapist with the Department of Mental Health.
Okay.
I have been outpatient therapist for about 5 years now.
Okay.
So that was my first job straight out of graduate school.
Wow. 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 That's exciting. That's exciting.
It is.
So you are podcasting. Talk a little bit about the podcasting experience. What made you start podcasting, and where are you going in the future with that?
What made me start podcasting? My niece is also a therapist.
Oh, wow.
And yes, she's up in Virginia, and she's been my biggest cheerleader. I mean, really. And she's a podcaster herself.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? Let me give this a try. Then I kind of like, oh, you think you could do this? You know, you got so many other things going on. So I said, you know what? Let me just do it.
Yeah.
So I did it, and it is Coach Von 2020, creating a perfect vision of yourself, where I go in and I talk about different areas. I just finished up my season 1, my very first season.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
Awesome.
On comfort zone.
Ooh, Oh, yes. Wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And I don't know if you've ever heard of the book Spence Johnson, Who Moved My Cheese.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That
Yes,
is one
ma'am.
of my favorite books
Wonderful.
on change and getting out of comfort zones, because I myself used to stay stuck in comfort zones. And it wasn't until I got out of my comfort zone and realized, let me live some life outside of my comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Because it does place a lot of mental stress on you.
Absolutely.
Because one of the
Absolutely.
things that you are trying to avoid is anxiety.
Yes.
You want to feel like you're safe, but you're never going to be safe until you start venturing out, because that's when you start experiencing growth.
Yes, that is. I like to say when I'm moving outside of my comfort zone, that I'm going into a learning zone.
Exactly.
And I had to learn everything new moving from Indiana to South Carolina. So you are a champion influence coach. What
Yes.
made you add that
Yes.
credential to your already list of credentials? And don't forget to tell us about that list of credentials.
I will. I will. Again, mental health professional, mental health consultant, now certified transformational life coach,
Yes.
facilitator. What else do I do? Consulting, not only just consult for mental health, but I do outside consultations, motivational, inspirational speaker,
Yes.
podcaster.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm a master of so much that I'm really forgetting what I don't know.
You are doing wonderful. I love following your journey. I
Thank
know that your
you.
LLC is Creative Life Journeys.
Correct.
And by watching you in the social platforms and even coming to be a faculty with the Champion Influence program, watching that journey is very creative. So you are walking out and living out the theme and the title of your LLC.
I am.
What made you come outside of that comfort zone?
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Toy, had I not, gotten in touch with you and, made contact with Champion Influence, I don't really think there would have been a Coach Vaughn 2020 Creative Life Journeys, because I was in a comfort zone. I was in a very dark place in my life. And I was like, you got to get out of this.
Yeah.
I always had it within me to flourish, to become a very successful person. But the limiting beliefs,
Yes.
the distractions,
Yes.
the negative influence were affecting my life. Even going into the program that weekend, I was still battling with a lot and still had a smile on my face.
Right.
But, I wanted to be a life coach.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be that agent of change, a facilitator of progress, to really let people know that, what greatness it does lie within.
Absolutely.
And I am, like you said, I am living out my creative life journey. In 2018, and I don't want to jump ahead of myself.
It's fine.
Okay. I met an individual who, I was mentoring them. And come to find out, I need to be mentored myself.
It happens to the best of us. Absolutely.
I'm learning that.
Absolutely.
I'm learning that you have to switch roles.
Yeah.
I'm really learning that as a coach.
Absolutely.
And as
I
that's
love
those
that.
teachable moments. And I went to church with her up in Glen Arden, Maryland, and the pastor was guest speaker, Pastor Keith Battles.
Wow.
And he spoke on a topic that is very near and dear to my heart, the imposter syndrome.
Ooh, the imposter syndrome. Now I want to take an entire broadcast to talk about that, but just give us a surface. Give us a little surface there,
That's
okay?
like, I'm not gonna go into give the surface. And it was at that particular moment in that service, and I will never forget to this day, I heard in my right ear God say, if you don't get this message this day,
Wow.
you're going to miss out on everything I got for you.
My goodness. What did that do for you? What did that do in you?
It made me realize I had no more excuses. And that was the title of his message. I had no more excuses. There were some decisions that I had to make, some people I had to separate myself from. I knew it took me coming out of my comfort zone to be able to get to the place where God intended for me to be. And it was hard. It was scary. It was rough. There were times I wanted to revert back and go back. No, Lord, I'm comfortable here, but I had to remind myself, I gotta trust you
Oh, that's
and
good.
move forward
Ooh,
and
goodness.
move forward.
Wow.
And again, I always knew I wanted to be a life coach, and that's how I got to be champion plus. I got to be
Right.
creative winner.
I love that. I love that. It makes me so proud and happy that when individuals come out of the coaching program, that they can then strategically help others, and then they enter into the coaching industry confidently. And what happens, and I'm watching it right before my very eyes, is that you all are taking what you've learned, you're adding it into your already your expertise that you already have, and you are just building. It's innovation that's happening, creativity, right? On the journey is happening as you all move forward. It's just a blessing for me to be a part of it. And many times, and I know you're going to talk about the imposter syndrome, we're going to get there, but many times I really feel like a fraud sometimes. It's like, do you really have 40
Really?
coaches? I mean, are you really studying for your doctoral degree? Did you really speak at Amazon? I mean, I feel that sometimes, and I know that's a way for the enemy to come in to try to muzzle my mouth, but it's not going to happen. So listen, Coach Vaughn, I am happy that you're going to join me next week. And so we're going to wrap up here. Everyone, I want you to join me next week because Coach Yvonne is going to further the discussion with mental health counseling, mental health professionals, as well as mental health coaching. I'm Toyinda Lachey, and this is the Coaching Seat TV. Hello, everybody. I want to invite you to purchase my book, The Handbook to Unleash Your Potential in 6 Practical Steps. If you are struggling with stagnation, suppression, and being stale in business, in leadership, in ministry, this book is for you. I give you 6 practical steps to achieve in life. Welcome to the Coaching Seat TV with Toyinda Lachey, where we're all about sitting in our seat of authority so that the kingdom community can be infused with the power to dominate confidence, unleash potential, and leave a legacy. This is accomplished through extracting limiting beliefs, distractions, and interferences. I am so excited for the opportunity to be on Dominion TV with the powerful Dr. Dutton and Pastor Lynette Dutton. Make sure you download the app for Dominion TV, as well as catch this broadcast every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. I want you to share it with your community, your clients, and your customers.